We are currently into our initial approach into Istanbul airport. This approach to runway 35 left has a bit of a zigzag pattern from what you can see here in the navigation display. We're currently following Star Sierra India Sierra Papa 2 Alpha into Istanbul. We have an altitude restriction of 11,000. For about 15 or so nautical miles, and we are currently 95 nautical miles from the airport. Our flight originated in Addis Ababa almost 5 hours ago. We are flying a 737-900ER for Turkish Airlines. And I actually took this flight Istanbul, Addis to, and then Addis to Istanbul. And the service, the equipment Turkish offered was an A321neo. And 5 hours to 5.5 hours can also be covered by the -900ER. With limited weight, especially leaving Addis Ababa because of the altitude. I would imagine this unique pattern to the approach also has to do a lot with the sequencing you need to get into Istanbul. It's a major hub that operates 24/7. And just having vendors on several locations, there's always flights coming in and out of Istanbul, so lots of traffic for sure. And you also need to consider the other two airports in the Istanbul area for this kind of sequencing and approach patterns that you see. Latest weather in Istanbul, mostly clear skies, altimeter 1018, and it's currently 14 degrees Celsius. So I mentioned we're landing on runway 35 right. So just importing some of the data for our landing. It's a very long runway, but the terminal is also going to be behind us. So I'm probably going to use an auto brake of 3 so we can get out of the runway quickly. We don't need to go max, but a 3 would be good for this. And I mentioned flaps 30. We'll add 5 knots to our reference speed. And we're gonna be seeing winds out of the northwest at 12 knots. So that has us with a VREF of 141 at flaps 30, and we're only required to use 5,264 feet of the 13,451 feet of runway available. So we'll put the 30 flaps, 141 knots on the FMC. And we'll also tune in the ILS frequency and the heading. So we're going to be at heading 354 going final. 109.55 for the frequency. So here's our altitude description. I mentioned it's going to be about 17 nautical miles of this hold. And then after that it will be 3,000 feet. So I'll go ahead and preset that. And for those of you who haven't been to Istanbul, I'll give you an idea of what the airport looks like. Most travelers will tell you this airport is an exponentially vast improvement over the old Ataturk airport, which is now mainly a cargo hub. This new airport is very efficient, very organized. So here's runway 35. And that's how I was saying, I'm going to put in a high auto brake so we can exit quickly and get to the terminal faster. If we go to the very end of the runway, we'll be on the north end of the airport and then have to taxi a long way back down. And again, when you consider how busy Istanbul is, you want to get out of the runway very quickly for the next airplane to land or the next airplane to take off, depending on runway usage. So I'll kind of zoom in where we're going to be. Once we get below this cloud deck, we should have very good visibility of the city and the airport. And just going to our descent flows, recalls checked, I already entered the landing altitude. Istanbul's, the threshold for runway 35 right is at 375 feet. So I went ahead and put 400 here on our landing altitude. We have a 3 setting on our auto brake, and we have our VREF set at 141. And I went over the approach briefing, so that takes care of the descent checklist. I'll get one more altimeter reading before landing. And right now it is midnight in Istanbul, 22:09 Zulu. So our cloud coverage is now scattered at 3000, broken at 2000. So we'll see what it looks like as we get lower. We still have 1018 for altimeter. So our approach is complete, our approach checklist. And we'll be turning into final here in about 5 miles. And that's the old airport, that's Aorus. And like I said, today is our cargo airport. I've flown over it a couple of times, either departing or arriving at the new Istanbul airport.
Istanbul Center, Ethiopian 806 is passing 1,200 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
And we already have our localizer
Turkish
tuning in?
174
Yes.
climb and maintain flight
So then we'll wait for the
level
glide
210.
slope.
Ethiopian 806, Istanbul Center altimeter 30.03.
And my plan is to disconnect the
Continue as
autopilot
planned.
once I see the runway. Going to be at 205 knots here at flight level 3000, so I'm also going to do a level change and start getting configured for landing. Flaps 1.
Turkish 5142 climb and maintain flight level 310. Climb and maintain flight level 310 Turkish 5142. Istanbul Center, Turkish 818 is passing 1,500 feet, climbing 11,000 feet. Turkish 818 Istanbul Center altimeter 30.03. Continue as planned.
Flaps 5. Gear down, flaps 10. Flaps 15. Flaps 25. And glide slope's coming alive. And glide slope intercepted.
Istanbul Center, Turkish 69.
Istanbul Tower, Turkish 739er is 8 miles south, 2,800 feet with uniform to land.
Turkish 739er, Istanbul Tower. Altimeter tree 0.06, wind 2904 at 12. Enter left traffic runway 17 right.
Okay, so this should really be a landing on runway 35 right based on the wind direction. So I'm gonna, unless it gives you another option, I'm gonna request 35 right.
Istanbul Tower, Turkish 739er requests runway 35 right.
Turkish 739er, Istanbul Tower.
Flaps 30.
Altimeter tree 0.06, wind 2904 at 12. Fly straight in
Landing
runway
check is
35
complete.
right. Turkish 739er, wind 2904 at 12. Cleared to land runway 35 right.
Well, this weather forecast was definitely a bit off from originally reported. It's been a lot lower visibility, a lot lower cloud deck.
Turkish 739er, acknowledged last transmission.
Cleared to land runway 35 right, Turkish
Runway inside.
739er.
I have control.
1,000.
Istanbul Tower, Turkish 5012, ready for departure runway 35 right, IFR to Jeddah. Turkish 5012, hold short runway 35 right. Traffic is going 737 on final.
Have a crosswind from the left.
Hold short runway 35 right, Turkish 5012.
Landing.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Reverse screen. Spoiler up. Manual braking. Okay to clean up.
Turkish 739er, exit runway when able. Turkish 739er, contact ground on 121.725. Turkish 5012, altimeter 30.06, wind 2904 at 12. Cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
One to 1.725 for Turkish 739er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 35 right, Turkish 5012.
And tonight's one of those evenings where we could really use the weather radar to get some precipitation returns. I keep mentioning this on all my videos. I really can't wait for them to resolve the weather radar issue. This seems to be one of the last elements that's missing to make this a lot more enjoyable.
Ready for departure IFR to Almaty. Turkish 352, hold short runway 35 right. Traffic is on the runway. Hold short runway 35 right, Turkish 352.
And we also need a rainmaker effect, like we had in P3D, so we can at least temporarily remove the water from the windshield. So there's still a lot of capabilities that Asobo needs to develop and release to the software developers. Another, rather than say complaint, just constructive feedback, we need more realistic night effects on flight sim. When you're flying clear skies at night, they're too lit, if you will. They should be a lot darker, regardless of the moon
Line
phase.
up and wait Turkish 352.
They almost feel like have a, I don't know, the color you'd see right at dusk or dawn, pre-dawn time. This is a kind of a very gray color sky rather than a black sky.
702 ready for IFR departure runway 35 right. Turkish 702, hold short runway 35 right. Traffic is on upwind. Turkish 5012, contact Istanbul Center on 119er decimal tree. Good day. Hold short runway 35 right, Turkish 702. 119er decimal tree for Turkish 5012. Turkish 352 altimeter 30 decimal 06 wind 29er 4 at 12. Cleared for takeoff runway 35 right. Cleared for takeoff runway 35 right, Turkish 352. 35 flight ready for departure IFR to Uniform Romeo Romeo Papa. Turkish 702 contact Istanbul Center on 119.3. Good day. Turkish 29 hold short runway 35 right. Going to 119.3 Turkish 7.
Istanbul ground Turkish 739er. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Turkish 739er, the jetway is going to be connected.
Okay, welcome to Istanbul. For those of you who are interested in this airport, if you own Flight Simulator 2020, regardless of the edition, it does not come with a new, and it's definitely more than a few years old, so it doesn't come with the current Istanbul airport. So I had to go to Sim Market and get this TR Scenery version of Istanbul. It's the only version of Istanbul available, and it's actually excellent. So. And they had already released one for P3D, so it's a visually it looks just like the airport. Again, I was there 2 weeks ago, and I've been there a few times before over the past few years. So they did a great job. It's a major hub. Most of you know Turkish has a narrow body mix of A320 family, 737 NG family, and 737 MAX family. So it's a great 737 hub, and once PMDG releases the 777, Turkish has a significant number of 777-300 ERs, and I believe the 777-200 freighter. So there'll be more and more options to fly out of these major hubs. And one of the things, having taken off from Addis Ababa earlier, five and a half hours ago, I had to take off in the stock version of Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa is a major 737 hub because Ethiopian has NGs and MAXs. And again, as we progress to the 777 family, Ethiopian also has the 777-200 LR and the 777-300 ER. So if a group like FSDG can develop even a light version of Bole Airport in Addis Ababa, that'd be great for to enhance our aviation experience, especially in the African continent. So that's it from here in Istanbul. We'll see you in the next flight. Thanks as always for watching. Take care.